The Indian rupee has crashed to 88 rupees against the dollar, the lowest in our history. Petrol, food, technology, everything will cost more. The US has slammed 50% tariffs on Indian goods worth billions, and at the same time, Prime Minister Modi shakes hands with Xi Jinping in China. Is India being cornered by Washington, or is it quietly building a new world order? Look at the journey of the rupee. 2013. 68 rupees was called a crisis. 2020, during COVID, it touched 77 rupees. 2022. It crossed 80 rupees for the first time. Now in 2025, it has fallen past 88 rupees. This isn't just a number. It's a symbol of pressure on India's economy, global trade wars, and power struggles. The fall didn't happen by chance. It was triggered by America's most aggressive trade move in decades. Washington imposed 50% tariffs on over $60 billion worth of Indian exports. Garments, jewelry, seafood, pharma and semiconductors escaped, but millions of small and medium exporters are struggling. America says this is policy, but India sees it as economic aggression. The impact was immediate. Investor confidence dropped, the dollar surged, and the rupee collapsed to an all-time low. This wasn't just an attack on trade. It was a shock to India's global standing. New Delhi is not sitting quietly. Modi's government rolled out 12 billion rupees in tax relief, cut duties, and simplified GST to shield exporters. The Reserve Bank stepped in to slow the rupee's slide, burning through reserves. The message: India will fight back. But behind the numbers lies something bigger: strategy. India is preparing to rely less on the West, boosting self-reliance and opening doors to new partnerships. The crisis may be painful, but it could also become an opportunity. At the SCO Summit in Tianjin, Modi met Xi Jinping, their first meeting in years. China called it historic. The dragon and the elephant must walk together. For Washington, the optics were alarming. India, long seen as America's natural ally, is showing it will not be tied to one camp. This doesn't mean India is abandoning the US, but it does mean India wants leverage, to stand as an independent power, not a follower in someone else's game. Analysts warn that by punishing India with tariffs, America is pushing it closer to Beijing and Moscow. For decades, the US invested in India as a counterweight to China. But now, the balance is shifting. Because India has what the world needs: a huge market, a growing middle class, cheap talent, and strong energy ties with Russia. India is quietly strengthening BRICS, SCO, and alternative alliances. This isn't weakness. It's strategy. The weak rupee might be hiding a stronger India. For ordinary Indians, the rupee's fall means real pain. Petrol prices jump. Gadgets and imports become costlier. Small exporters face compliance nightmares. Families feel inflation squeeze their budgets. But there's another side. Exporters in IT and large industries earn more rupees per dollar. Some sectors gain, others lose. The question is, can the government protect the vulnerable while turning this crisis into a push for growth? So here we are. The rupee at 88 rupees, a record low. America's tariffs biting hard. China reaching out. India standing at a crossroads. Is this just an economic crisis that will hurt millions? Or is this the start of India's rise as an independent global power, no longer tied to Washington? The world is watching. And the answer may shape the next decade of global politics. What do you think? Comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to NovaCuts for more uncut analysis.